Okay, so some of the big ideas we're going to continue to cover today, and we're already touching upon them, is what's the number one reason most people end up broke, and how to repattern this flawed programming, how to make the whole world a channel of your wealth and abundance. Who wants that? So the whole world becomes your channel. That's, by the way, where the term "to make the world your oyster" is. The whole world is your oyster, where that cliche comes from. And to be able to make the world a channel, no matter what your conditions, and ultimately how to crank up that wealth and abundance creating capacity, even in economic downturns or the types of crises that I spoke about over the next 24 months or less. A lot is going to happen. AI will be able to do everything a human can do and better, but it won't be able to do you. You can and must become irreplaceable. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And then ultimately, this is about using this Awaken Wealth process to design a way of life that sets you up for the long-term security, success, impact, etc. We'll cover again, especially for new people, and recap and go a little deeper into the real nature and source of wealth, the great reversal and the big betrayal, how to master the energy of money, and even manifest more quickly. And this is critical, the law of circulation, and why circulation is everything in creating wealth and abundance. I'll show you how all of this fits together into a way to design a way of life that makes wealth automatic. The only reason I was able to overcome the obstacle of divorce and heartbreak was because I designed a way of life. The only way I was able to overcome the loss of a fortune and rebuild it all back was because of a design of a way of life. The only reason I was able to survive the loss of my child and expand my heart, my love, my generosity, my creativity, instead of dying, was because I had designed a way of life. I just got a new book deal and I have a movie in pre-production right now. How did that happen? I can tell you, except I designed a way of life. And I built these principles and practices into that, which I'm going to show you how to do that. I know there's a lot there. I'm really building for you a new model for the way life works. And for some of you, maybe again, you kind of know this, but listen for the part that's new. Listen for the part that you haven't quite heard. Make a new connection. That should be one of your intentions if you think you kind of sort of already know this. I've been following Derek for about 6 months, mostly to help me change my money blueprint. And miraculously, after making little to no money every month, this past month, I made $225,000. This is how much I dreamed of making in a year. That was Jen Harris. Rosemarie says, I've been manifesting wealth to the max in all areas. Since starting with Derek in April, I've realized amazing growth in my business, and it's still growing. My head is spinning. Thank you, Derek. This is Lisa. A couple months ago, I was feeling frustrated and tired with my business, unsure how or when clients are ever going to flow in again after a long spell of having to dip into my savings to cover expenses. Then Awaken Wealth came along and everything turned around with not much effort on my part. I just checked my bank balance and it's more money, or the most money I have ever had in my bank at one time in my whole life of 52 years. It's not just metaphysical, philosophical, interesting theories. It's really about practical results, okay? That's what I want for you. Students have gone from bankruptcy to more business, and they've healed layers of fear, doubt, guilt, shame around wealth, success, and power. Just take a moment. We're not going to do it right now, but I want you just to take a breath and just kind of scan yourself and notice that the things you want or the reasons you don't have them, whether it's money, success, your voice, more power, that there's resistance in you. And some of it is, I don't think I'm worthy, I'm confused, I'm overwhelmed. But understand that money is never really about money. Wealth and abundance is never about the outer form it takes. And when you understand that, and when you understand what is it that you are actually valuing, if you believe there's not enough out there, you cannot then pray or affirm to have more. Or if you do, you're going to bump into guilt or shame because you're going to believe you're taking it away from somewhere else. Like the woman or the guy that says there's no good, women out there, no good men anymore. And then in the next breath they say, I'm affirming and calling in my man or my woman. Well, good luck with that. You just said there's no good ones. So what do you think you're going to call in? So you cannot make a demand on life. You cannot have a desire of life that exceeds your belief about it. It'll create a tension because we have so much baggage around wealth and abundance and success and power, safety, security, so much judgment about the rich people and the successful people, right? And it's especially true if you're heart-centered, spiritually inclined, or maybe you're green and eco-friendly and you really want to help the earth and change the world. It's really easy to have this baggage and it feels righteous. It feels true. No, Derek, you don't understand. It is destroying the planet. It is because of greedy capitalists, or it is, when you get rich, you're going to lose people that you care about, blah, 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 blah. People are going to attack you. You'll be in danger. It's a lie. It's a lie. Mother Teresa could manifest all that she needed. She could go into any business, ask for a check. If it wasn't big enough, she'd pray a little longer. Gandhi, Dr. King, Jesus, Oprah, Steve Jobs, Walt Disney, they understood these principles. They lived them against all odds. And it doesn't mean you have to have $1 million. Maybe you have 1 million followers. Maybe you make an impact of love on 1 million people. That's all wealth and abundance. Even while Nelson Mandela was in prison for 26 or 27 years, he tapped into his wealth and his abundance and his power. He became the captain of his ship again, and he came out and became president and ended apartheid and put on forgiveness tribunals. Is that not wealth and abundance?